Hey, what up, guys? Jon from LinksWell with episode 24 of our LinksWell Together podcast. I say we get going. What up, peeps? Hey, Vic.
Hey.
So remember last week I talked about how we're supposed to use the word "what up, chat"?
Yes.
Yeah, so my son's corrected me.
Oh.
Yeah. So apparently when we talk to the audience in the video, we're supposed to use like a term, like we're supposed to name our audience.
Oh, okay.
So like some YouTubers use like the mafia, like "what up, mafia?"
Yeah.
Or whatever. So we're supposed to come up with a name for our group. We're only supposed to say "what up, chat" or say chat when we're like supposedly like interfacing, like as if somebody was like IMing us or something. I don't know. I'm still learning the lingo, but I thought all week, man, I can't think of a cool name for our audience. Like I feel like mafia is just it's cliche.
I don't know. I use that term or word team.
Team?
And it's
kind of cool.
You know, what's up, team? I mean, that's the one thing
What up, team?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should have that that should be our question today.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you guys have a suggestion on what we should name our audience, because we need a name for you guys.
Yes. We want to personally address
them. We want to be legit YouTubers with an audience name that has something. So I don't know if we can just call it people, audience, techies.
I don't know.
LinksWellians.
Yeah.
What's up, LinksWellians?
Hello, everybody.
What up, guys? Anyways, oh man, it's a good day to be podcasting.
Yes, it is.
Oh man, I feel like it's been a long week.
Well, yesterday felt long.
Yesterday
I was
long.
Drained. Like towards the end of the day, I was like, why do I feel so drained? But then we had those two cars that we
did. We had Resvani here.
Yeah.
Secrets. And then Baja Overland was out.
Right.
Yeah.
Their Gladiator.
With the nice Gladiator. Put the XL up in
Decked
that thing.
it out with that XL in there.
Yeah. So I'll get that. That was our Zoom training, like we talked about last week.
Yes.
About getting in for our Zoom training. So I'll chop that up hopefully maybe over the weekend or maybe first of next week. Get that up so people can see the install of an XL on a Jeep. But yeah, got out of here like 2 hours late. But it was cool.
It was.
It was all right.
It was worth it.
It was good stuff. And then we were hoping to have the new application stuff here since like Knowledge Fest is in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But it's not here yet. So we can't talk about the new stuff or the new applications, but we are going to talk about some new stuff today. But with K-Fest coming, I do want to put out an invite. Like if any of you guys are going to be at K-Fest, we'd love to have you come into the booth and maybe do a quick interview. I don't know if you guys have seen the interviews we've been posting up from SEMA. I think we had 7 or 8 dealers come in, a couple of our reps, and really just kind of talk about, who you guys are, what you guys do. We can kind of push people to your company, like really just kind of a partnership. So if you're a dealer and you're going to be at K-Fest in Vegas here in a couple weekends, let me know. Hit me up. I'll put my email. Actually, you could probably just comment in the video. And we'll get you scheduled because I'd love to have as many folks come into the booth. Just do a quick interview, man. Something 10 minutes, and then we'll produce it, and then you guys can share it, do whatever you want to with it. But yeah, we want to get some more of our peeps up in here.
I think we can also say the same thing about anyone who's gonna be at K-Fest and has thought about becoming a dealer.
Yeah, sure.
And decides during K-Fest that you're gonna become a dealer. We'd like to find out from you
why.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. I think it'll go well for everybody.
Yeah. But we'd love to sit down, chat with folks. So we will bring as much gear as I can fit in one of the trucks.
Yep.
And we'll do some episodes from K-Fest. So if you guys are in K-Fest, hit us up. Let me know. We'll do some videos. But today we have on our handy dandy table. That's from Blue's Clues, right? Handy dandy notebook. That's how old I am. My kids were watching Blue's Clues growing up. Anyways, we are gonna do some demoing about the T-Style LITE, right?
Yeah, the LITE series.
Yeah.
For a lot of you guys who haven't heard of it, haven't seen it, it's sort of like I don't want to call it dumbed down because it's also pretty smart. right? And I know
it's a smart dumb radio.
well, it's almost like a basic model.
Yeah.
It's like a base model of our T-Style XL and our Gen 6.
Yeah, because I mean, we've all been feeling the economy's just it's just getting tight. And the reality is the economy's getting tight. People still need stuff. People still want high quality stuff. People still want the cool things. And we know like our radios they're on the higher end. Like I get it. Like getting an aftermarket radio, doubled in with the kit and the harness, like you're really close to our pricing anyways. But in the same note, you know, we also have competitors out there making cheap stuff.
Yes.
That people look at, you know, and it's that like from the outside it looks the same, but the insides are completely different. So we do have some competitors out there selling cheaper stuff.
Yeah, because you could duplicate, you know, the plastic frame.
Yeah, and use a cheap tablet, cheap Bluetooth, cheap tuner, cheap preamps, like all of that stuff.
Or no preamps.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they're just going to do a screen and they're going to retain all the factory stuff. So there are other options out there. So we really, with the Lite, I mean, we've had the Lite for about a year.
Yeah.
Slowly making a few applications. We'll let you know about the applications in a minute. But the idea behind the Lite was wanting to meet the economy where it is, right? Gives them something a little bit cheaper. And then we also, over, you know, the 6 or 7 years we've been making the T-Style radios, we found out like we have two customer bases. Like we've got the really techie guy that's going to get the radio and put in all the things.
Yeah.
They want to add all the apps. They want to do all these cool things to it. And then we've got the other guys that, like, man, they just want to put CarPlay. They want to be able to do CarPlay on a big 12-inch screen or Android Auto on a big 12-inch screen. They don't care about being able to go to the internet. They don't care about going to the Play Store.
Right.
And so for them, all of the extra stuff like a normal T-Style does, it's just kind of a mute feature for them.
Correct. I mean, they want the large screen format, right?
Yeah.
They want the large screen format. They want it, like you said, CarPlay, Android Auto. But at the same time, you know, you look at a Gen 6. In this case, we have the Dodge Ram 19 and up new body style. You look at the Gen 6, you're looking at about $2,000 installed.
Yeah, around there.
Depending on where you go.
Yeah.
And you're looking at the same format, but in the Lite version, it's under $1,000 installed.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of why we're bringing it out. And you're not missing out on quality. You're still getting the same quality stuff that we produce on all of our T-Style lines. You're also getting, obviously, the company backing it up. So it's a LinksWell product.
Yeah.
And you're getting the entire support system that you would get. You're just getting a more affordable unit.
Yeah, because
because of the reasons you just mentioned, right?
Because so there are things in a radio, right, that you can take and lower the I don't want to be really to say quality, but like, okay, so a MacBook is a MacBook, right? And there's different levels of memory and RAM, right? They're still great MacBooks. They still run the same processor. It's just no matter how much RAM, how much memory they have, or something like that, right? Like you're still getting the high quality product.
Yeah.
So a MacBook Air with the small RAM and small memory, it's still a MacBook Air, right?
Yes.
Then you get the higher one, right? So what we've done is those kind of things. So we've not given up on the things that matter, like the quality things like preamps, quality things like the tuner, quality things like the Bluetooth, like the things that we can't cut on. But what we've done is we've gone that same kind of idea where we've cut the RAM and we've cut the memory in half, so that it doesn't need it as much. And the reality is, for those people who were buying our T-Style radios and really only running CarPlay or like a basic YouTube app, they never were using half of the system anyways.
Correct.
The system was not running at all at its peak. So we were able to lower the memory, lower the RAM, and then lock out the Play Store to prevent anybody from overloading the system. You know, because we're just trying to save people from like doing too much to it and then running out of memory and then it crashing. So it's really we've lowered the RAM, lowered the
ROM. Yep, RAM and ROM.
RAM and ROM.
Yeah.
RAM and ROM. RAM. And so that really, I mean, that is one of the biggest expenses in these systems, right? Is the processor and the power of the processor. Right. And so being able to do something a little bit lower for the guys that don't need the big processor, right? Because you don't need to buy a $3,000 MacBook with 32 gigs of RAM if all you're doing is streaming YouTube, right?
Right.
Like if you're not playing games or you're not editing video or photography or anything, and you don't need it, it's really a waste of money for you.
Correct.
Because you just never get there. So you get the cheaper one, save money. So that's pretty much what the Lite is we wanted to use all the high quality stuff we have to have.
Yes.
So it keeps us set apart from all of the cheap stuff on Amazon, right? Because they're using cheap stuff all over the place. And then again, like you mentioned, like we're the developers, we're the programmers, we're everything start to finish with this guy again.
Right.
Which means now you have all of the support. So when you have something that's not working, you've got your warranty, you've got your tech support, you have everything happening here. If there's updates that need to happen, it's all happening in-house. So we're able to give you all of the customer support that is setting us apart from all of the other companies. And give you the ability to do stuff like CarPlay, Android Auto on a big screen, and giving you the same fit and finish, the plug-and-play harnesses, all of the stuff that makes our T-Style radios kind of set apart from the rest of the market. And so we've been slowly inching out the different applications and whatnot.
And I was going to say, that's why we haven't, we didn't go from having none to having them all, because we've been slowly and progressively coming out with them. Now we have obviously, a few applications out there that people probably should know about.
Yeah. And I think, we talk about this about some applications. Like, I just don't know why it doesn't sell well, because a good half of our customers really probably don't use these systems nearly to the level that these systems can be used.
Yeah.
Right. Like honestly, a good half of them are going to jump in and just do CarPlay.
Right.
Yeah. Like literally, like that was when Generation 1 came out. The first thing, like the most questions we got asked was people wanted CarPlay or Android Auto, because most people, that's just what they're going to do. So with that, we just want to let you guys know, like we have these, and if the Lite series starts to pick up, because we're talking an MSRP of $795.
That's
it's $800 for everything you need for the install, for a standard install. I'll say standard, because if you've got the Bang & Olufsen, then you're gonna have to get a Bang & Olufsen adapter.
Factory 360.
Factory. You're gonna have to get some. You might have to get a few adapters here and there, but for the most part, most vehicles, $795 get you everything you need: the kit, the screen.
Yeah, but then it would be the same thing with the other XL, the T-Style Gen 6, right? The cost of just the cost of the radio. And when we say everything you need, we're talking what most shops would look at: dash kit, harness, integration module, and radio. Yeah. So those four things, right? Yeah. To keep your factory steering wheel controls, to integrate into the car's audio system. And this is obviously, like you said, non-premium equipped factory audio system.
Except the Rams, or you won't
need anything.
You don't need anything, because the Alpine's just a pretty basic setup. So. But so for $795, you're going to get your customer out the door probably with your labor, like you said, right under $1,000, and $1,000 for a 12-inch screen with Apple wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and on top of that, being able to do, like, we do load the Lite with like Netflix and YouTube and some of the other the more popular apps that most folks are putting on the radios, just so that they're there. So just know, like, you're not getting a completely muted standard radio. You're still getting a lot of the basic apps that people are using. I think they put Spotify on there and a couple other ones. So we were talking about, like, we were really hoping to get that delivery from our factory with those new applications.
Yes.
We were really excited to get those showed. So we actually waited till the last day to record this week, but they didn't show up. And so we were kind of scrambling, like, oh man, what should we talk about? And I don't honestly know why we haven't talked about the Lite more often, to be completely honest.
Well, we did an install on a Toyota Tundra not too long ago.
Yeah, two months ago, right?
Yes.
It was the
something like that.
Yeah, it's on our YouTube.
So we did an install.
Yeah, you can see the install of the Tundra.
You'll see the harnessing. It's all plug and play. Yep. Not a single butt connector was used.
Nope.
Maybe if you zip tie some tape just to kind of put stuff in place. But really, there was no, nothing got cut, nothing got spliced.
No.
And we've been slowly bringing it out. And I think that, if you are a dealer and you have done these, or you're going to be doing one of these, it's important that you sort of pay attention to some of the features and functions we're going to be going over, because one platform, and when I say one platform, like this is the RAM, right? For example, 19 and up RAM. This is covering base audio systems amplified audio systems, Alpine equipped audio systems, non-steering wheel controls, steering wheel control equipped vehicles, single temp settings, dual temp settings. So when I say one platform, we're covering all those applications. So we don't have like one radio if you've got single temp, different radio if you have dual temp, third radio if you do have steering wheel controls, or fourth one if you don't. So we're basically combining all of those different platforms into one solution. So when you do set out to put one of these in any one of these vehicles, you do have to go through some programming or settings changes, if you will. I think it's great because, it'll really shine some light on on the project that you're putting together.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. So, so I think like you said, you got a RAM set up.
Yes.
Mainly because the RAM has the most factory programming things.
Correct.
Like you mentioned about the steering wheel controls. That new body style RAM literally has 4 different variants when it comes to steering wheels and their controls, which depending on the truck, sometimes does weird things. So, like, if you guys some of you guys might have experienced it, like you put it all in, and then all of a sudden, like songs are skipping like a CD, and then you call us, and it usually boils down to the steering wheel control is set to the wrong thing, and we have to reset it. So, just because something funky with the CAN bus is happening, so we figured we'd put one up. One thing that the Lite doesn't have is an HDMI out, so we're not going to get you that super crisp screen share image, but we do have a camera looking at the screen, so as Vic kind of walks through the features, can kind of show you the homepage and the apps and all that good stuff. You'll be able to check it out, but I think at that point, man, I'm kind of worthless at this point in the video, dude.
No,
You're in charge now.
No, it's just, right now, for example, what I'm going over is the most important stuff, like how does this radio integrate into the car? And remember, the factory radio has vehicle control functions, and you would typically need a third-party integration module. We always talk about you not needing something like that when doing any one of our radios, because we'll take care of that from A through Z, literally A through Z, right? And so inside of the radio, if I push the home button, that's the home screen. And if you look at the bottom, you have 4 different lines. That means you have 4 different pages of different apps, icons, programs, functions, whatever you want to call it. So like Jon was talking about earlier, these are some of the preloaded applications. Last page, you'll have Netflix, Pluto TV, YouTube, TikTok, Torque if you want to use the OBD2. To look at vehicle data information, right? Diagnostics. I mean, it has the Trigger Plus preloaded in there. If you're going to, do external switching for lights and stuff like that, you could get the Trigger kit, and it's already preloaded in there for you. Our DSP apps are already there if you're doing any one of our amplifiers. You have Instagram already preloaded. Google Chrome is already there. So then on the second page, you'll have like your audio video applications like AM, FM. Music would be your USB input. Video would be your USB input. If you have music videos, a movie preloaded on a USB thumb drive, you can access that through the video app. Bluetooth music. If you don't want to use CarPlay, I don't know anybody that wouldn't, or Android Auto. I don't know why you want to just use Bluetooth as it was 10 years ago, Bluetooth audio streaming, right? Then you have Bluetooth phone. Phone link would be your CarPlay Android Auto application right here, right next to it. Auxiliary audio in. And then you have settings as far as built-in settings for the radio, which is Bluetooth. This is where you would enable Wi-Fi hotspot. We currently have this unit connected to the LinksWell Wi-Fi network here. So just so you could take a look, I'm going to go back to the home screen, and I'm going to swipe over to the left. And then so here's YouTube, for example. This would be, the YouTube application as we all know it. So, there's this, and you can already start viewing stuff. So, yes, it'll do YouTube. Yes, it'll do Netflix. And so now that's as far as the applications, audio, additional apps. And then we have the settings for the radio. But one of those apps, let me go back to it. One of those apps is labeled car. Okay. So in car, to the left, you have AC, you have information, and then we have car as far as built-in CD player. So in this RAM, if you want to maintain function of the factory CD player, the audio would play through there. Car settings. So this is everything that the factory radio has the ability to control as far as vehicle function. So this is where all that information is. This is vehicle settings. Under other settings is where we have wheel control mode. So remember, if you put this radio in a car that doesn't have the factory steering wheel controls on the back of the wheel, and this is set to work in a Ram with steering wheel controls, you'll experience.
There's a good chance it's going to do weird things.
You're going to experience funky things. Like you're going to go to AM, FM, and your presets are going to be going up, down, down. Yeah, because it doesn't know. It doesn't have steering wheel control.
There's a code something
it's
that's
looking
looping.
For it.
Yeah.
So then you would go there, and then under wheel control mode, this is where you would tell it no SWC. We have SWC with speech buttons, new SWC, old SWC. This is where you would make those changes.
Yeah.
And so, again, I mean, remember, one platform is covering various different applications.
Yeah.
Same thing with air conditioning, for example, right? That was one way to get to climate. You can also be in the home screen, and you can hit the climate button, and it'll open up a climate page. You already have fan speed, and you already have temp up and down. Right now it says NA on both left and right sides for driver and passenger because I'm not getting any feedback from the car.
Yeah, we're not
in a car.
We're on a desk.
Yes. So this would be your AC control page. Now at the top, there's a car. You would press that. This is where let's just say you install it and it isn't working. This is where you would come and you would press reset. Now the system is going to ask you to select which CAN bus. All of our vehicle applications, except for maybe the Fords, are going to use the simple CAN bus solution. So when you press simple on the left, you're going to get a list of different vehicle makes and models. So you would select, in this case, we would go to, so we would go, not Jeep, but let's go to Dodge. And then you're going to have the option of choosing between Dodge Ram Low, Dodge Ram Medium, and Dodge Ram High. And that's the difference between 4 fan speed, 7 fan speed, or the single dual temp control. So this is where you would select which climate controls you have. So it's very important that you pay attention to what the vehicle factory climate control panel looks like.
Yeah, pull it out and see it.
Right. And so once you select it, it's going to be here. The word default will pop up, and that's where you would touch it. The radio is going to come up and ask you, are you sure you want to replace it with? And when you hit confirm, the radio is going to reboot.
Yep.
It's going to turn off, turn back on. Once it turns back on, you should have all the data information for your climate populated. But again, guys, if I was out in the market looking for a solution for my Ram or my Ford or my Mustang, and I'm looking at LinksWell as the go-to brand only because of all the great things I've heard about it. And
I like that.
Well, because same thing. If I've been in the market for a laptop, desktop, I just can't make up my mind yet. I'm thinking, you've got the Surface, you've got all these other PCs, and I'm like, well, should I go with Mac, right? You always have those
go with Mac. But I'm a Mac guy.
John's a Mac dude, So again, and then you look at, okay, pricing. Why is this one $795 and why is this one $1649?
Yeah.
Now, can I do YouTube on both of them? Yes, because that's me, CarPlay and YouTube. I don't do anything else.
YouTube. Yep.
And so if I could do those functions and not have any problems, I mean, I don't know why I would spend $1650.
Sure.
If I could get the same thing that I'm looking for, right, out of a $795 unit. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Now, another feature we talked about, CarPlay, Android Auto.
Yep.
It's very simple. So again, on the bottom part, you're going to have different buttons. You have your auto, your AC, your climate button. This is right here is your Wi-Fi. So when you touch it, it'll go into vehicle settings. This is where you could turn on, turn off Wi-Fi the way you're looking at it right now. You can also go into settings. You can select Wi-Fi and turn Wi-Fi on and off there. So there's just various different ways of controlling one single function. There isn't just one. It's whatever you prefer.
It's like any other Android phone.
Shortcuts, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm going to turn Wi-Fi off because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get into Bluetooth pairing. So I'll hit the same app. I'm going to go here to the home screen, swipe over to the left, and I'm going into Bluetooth. So it says it's disconnected. I'm going to go ahead and connect. So now in Bluetooth, I'm going to turn Bluetooth function on. So then manage devices is what you would press as I come in here and look for Bluetooth devices on my phone. So now it's searching for Bluetooth devices. So mine's at the top. Tap it. My phone's going to come up and ask me if I want a pair.
And honestly, like wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, like the process it's kind of dictated by the phone. So if you've connected anything to wireless CarPlay or wireless Android Auto, it's pretty much the same process no matter whose radio it is. Right. Our radio, Alpine's radio, your factory radio. It's all pretty much identical. Pair the Bluetooth, because that's the way they've programmed the phone. Is it connects via Bluetooth, then switches over to Wi-Fi as its whole data transfer platform. That's the word I'm looking for. Platform. Yeah.
So once Bluetooth connected, I went to the home screen, hit the Play app, the CarPlay app. So now available devices, it says mine is there. So it says it's pairing. So look out on your phone screen. It should come up and ask you if you want to use CarPlay. Select yes, use CarPlay. And so at this point now, my phone is connected to CarPlay. Downloading the phone book. So then now this is Apple CarPlay directly on the T-Style. Look how crisp that thing looks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to be hard to see because they're looking at the camera, looking at a screen.
That's true.
But it is quite crisp. They are high quality screens. Like I said, the things we could, again, I don't want to say lower quality, because it's not that it's lower quality.
We're really not.
Like we lowered power, and platform and stuff like that just allowed us to do things at a little bit more affordable price. And because we've done a lot of the R&D on the other end of things, it does make the cost of the R&D a little less.
Yes.
Because we've done the CAN bus is the CAN bus. We've kind of done all of that stuff and whatnot. So it allows us the opportunity to kind of lower it a little bit. But and then now you've got CarPlay paired, and now the next time you get in the vehicle, it's going to boot up. And these guys actually have the same type of sleep timer as the 6 and XLs.
So it's fast boot.
Yeah, so it's got the quick boot. So there's that bonus as well. Front rear sub RCAs.
4-volt RMS.
Yep.
Front rear.
I don't think it has TOS-Link, right?
No TOS-Link.
Yeah, so no TOS-Link and no HDMI.
Correct.
So those are probably the two big aftermarket system setups that are different than the XL. So if you need HDMI out or you need a TOS-Link, then you're gonna have to jump up to one of the normal T-Styles or the XLs, and then lock in the Play Store. So you're half the RAM, half the memory. So just be mindful that don't download a bunch of videos and movies to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll still run a thumb drive or a hard drive.
Yes.
Like it will. So if you wanted to put movies or music on something and have it on the radio, you can play it through the one app, and it's all right there. And it's super simple install. Like you could check out the install on the Tundra. You could see just kind of like we mean it. It is plug and play. These guys are all gonna be plug and play.
Correct.
Once you get it in, you program it to the right setup, and then there you go. Like we keep all your factory settings, so all those things that you could do on the factory radio on the Dodge, right? That's why we said we would do the Dodge today.
Correct.
Like a lot of the other vehicles don't have nearly the amount of interfacing that happens on the radio like the Dodges do.
Yeah, they do.
For $795 MSRP, for a 12-inch screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, plug and play install, full 1-year warranty, 100% backed by us, and your tech support is live here in the States. Like we're in Riverside, California, y'all. Like we're here 7 to 4 pretty much every day, Monday through Friday. We've got chat on the website. We've got emails.
Yeah.
You hit any of the social medias, you're talking to me. So like we're pretty readily available.
Yes.
And then we're here for the dealers. We're here to help you. We're here to make sure you're taken care of. So T-Style LITE, guys, I would definitely suggest, if you haven't seen it or you haven't heard about it, to hit up your rep. Ask them about it, get the applications. Well, what applications do you have? You have the list there, right?
So obviously we have within the Ford family, the Ford Mustang, the 15 to 23,
the new one. Yep.
Yeah, and then so F-150, there's the 13 to 14 model. Okay. A lot of you guys are gonna ask about the 09, the 10, the 11, the 12. Different. It looks the same, guys. It's not the same.
Yeah, CAN bus and the AC.
Electronically and digitally speaking, it's not the same. So the 13 and 14 are, so that's what we cover, 13 and 14 F-150, 15 to 20 F-150, right? And so then we also have the Ranger,
Yeah, well, the 15 to 20 F-150 will also do the 17 to 23-ish.
22 Super Duties.
Yeah,
yes.
so but there's even some 23s out there that are the same dash.
Leftovers,
Depending on which dash you have. So if you have that older style dash on the Super Duty,
yep,
it'll work
the
on
19 to 23 Ford Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Toyota Tacoma 2005 to 15.
Yep.
Not the 16 and up, but the 5 to 15.
Yeah, the older one.
And then your Toyota Tundra, which we did an install video on not so long ago, from 2014 to 21. And then within the Ram family, it's the 14 through 18 Dodge Ram pickup trucks, 19 to 24 Dodge Ram pickup trucks, Chevy Silverado 14 through 18, GMC Sierra 2014 through 18. So it's a lot of the popular.
Yeah, some of the more popular ones. Yeah, they haven't crossed over to the Jeep yet, which I don't know if they will.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Or the 10 to 14 Mustang, which I don't know.
Yeah, that one's
either.
pretty
may or
pretty
may
low.
not.
Yeah. We don't sell too many of the Mustang ones. The Jeep ones we sell pretty good, but
right.
Yeah, so a pretty decent amount of applications.
Yeah.
One note on the Ford is it's does not have the knobs down below it. It's the older, it's the older
it's
Gen 4
screen.
style. Yeah, it's all screen.
All screen.
So just know if you're gonna go with the light Ford F-150. It will not have the knobs like the Gen 6 and Gen 5
for climate controls and volume.
Yeah, it'll all be touchscreen only. So just put that out there. That's
and so if I may, let me just go over a few more other just features that you guys might want to know about this. Obviously, within the settings application, second page. So this would be your home page. So then you go to the right. Second page, there is settings. We have in settings, we'll have display. So brightness control, manually accessible. This would be your night mode once your lights come on at night. It looks very nice. I mean, it goes into this dark mode, which is really cool. Does that look pretty good on the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll leave it there for now as I go on.
I'm looking at a really small screen on my iPad here, but I think it looks good.
So then we've got obviously Bluetooth, and this would be the same thing as you going directly into the Bluetooth app. Wi-Fi, same thing as you go into Wi-Fi to turn it on and off. This is Wi-Fi app information. Volume. So this would be so that you could basically balance out the volume levels within all of the different sources that are available, different applications. And so then in reverse mode, this is where video signals, you would change that. You can delay the video from switching over, right? So you could keep the backup camera still functional a few seconds as you go in the drive.
I don't know why people do that.
Me neither.
I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for it. Somebody who's a better driver than me. But yeah, I always wondered like when we would get that question, hey, can you leave the reverse camera on for a few seconds after going to drive? And like even some of like I'm trying to remember which car
some OEMs
do some of the OEMs do it. Yeah, there's an option in the settings.
Quite frankly, I also don't know why.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it has something to do with city driving and parallel parking or something. I don't know. I just I'm like, okay.
I could see that happening in like commercial vehicles just because DOT might, it might have a regulation against it or something. I don't know. But
if you know why, then let me know. But I just it just seems like a weird feature, but people ask for it. So
so time and date, or panel lights, time and date. Don't fight the unit trying to change it for you. I personally always turn off automatic time zone. I always I want to set it manually. So this is where you would do that. Language, I mean, these are the different languages that it supports. And so then you have SWC. This, I would personally stay out of this part of the SWC because you can't reprogram the steering wheel controls.
Yeah, there's no point
It's embedded into our CAN bus module. And under system, this is where you would go if we are asking you for software version or software version page of the unit. This is the page that we would want to see. But other than that, like John was saying, these are shortcuts to Google Maps if you're connected to a Wi-Fi network. This is shortcuts to music on your thumb drive, shortcuts to the radio, shortcuts to application, to CarPlay, and all the different things. So CarPlay does use the whole screen. You might be wondering, how do I get back to the home screen? Swipe up from the bottom, and this is how you get back to the home screen. So there it is, guys.
Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, there it is. T-Style LITE, guys. Like I said, the applications. I might even put the applications inside the description. I said the right word this time, description.
Not prescription?
Not prescription, yeah. So you guys could just kind of check that out. But yeah, if you guys are dealers, hit up those reps. If you haven't seen them, if you are considering becoming a dealer, go on our website, hit the Become a Partner tab. We'll get some info to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, the T-Style LITE, $795 MSRP for quite a bit of a radio.
Yes.
Like more radio than most double DINs. And now you're not even paying for install kits and harnesses and CAN busing and all of that stuff. And your techs are going to get in and out pretty quick.
Yeah, $795 would cover parts, not including the radio in any other application.
Yeah, pretty close. So, but anyways, so that's episode 24, man. T-Style LITE. Check those out. Make sure you check out some of the install videos. We just did that install on the XL for the Jeep, so that should be posting pretty quick. This will probably land before that video, so just know that. But I will do my best to get that one chopped up.
But make sure you look at it. It's long.
It is long. I'll do my best to chop it up.
Did not want to leave anything out.
Yeah, it's quite.
So look at it, and again, it's why we're doing it, guys, because this is how we do things around here.
Yeah, full speed ahead. Yeah. Even if we don't know what we're doing, we try.
And this one's going to be out before that one because it's long and it's going to take Jon a long time
to edit it. Yeah, there's a lot of editing to do on that.
Jon's got like 3 days worth of editing to do on that video.
But yeah, so and then this will come out. This will be out just a couple weeks before K-Fest. So again, guys, if you're interested in coming into the booth, doing a quick interview, hopefully you guys have seen some of those. We just want to get your name out there and let folks know that you and us, we partner up. So that if people have any questions about, one of the most popular comments on my videos our videos are usually, where can I get this? So being able to send them to people, or you be able to say, hey, we're in this area, come see us. Hopefully we'll just kind of help get you guys some customers, help take care of folks that are looking to purchase us or purchase our radios. So yeah, if you're going to be at K-Fest, do that. And even if you aren't going to be at K-Fest and you want to do one of the call-ins where you do something remote and you're interested in calling in, like we've had some of our other guests from like Kicker or ADC or Aaron Hagar or whatever, if you're interested in doing something like that, I'd love to do that for you as well. So whether you're at K-Fest or not, if you want to do something, please do hit me up and let me know, because I'd love to get you guys in and just talk about the partnerships that we have, because we truly appreciate every one of our dealers. We appreciate working alongside you guys. Some of our best conversations at the shows tend to be around just how you guys are using the product, or even we've done a lot of work changing things by suggestions from technicians or shop owners about how to make things better or quicker or easier. So we'd love to chat with you guys and kind of get that down. But last and not least is we're hitting that 20K. Once we hit 20,000 subscribers, we're giving away that 1,000 watt amp. So make sure you click the entries down in the description. Go put yourself in there. Even if you're already subscribing, there's other ways for you to enter the prize by watching videos and sharing videos and stuff like that. Each one gets you different entries, but we're giving away one of our 1,000 watt D-Class amps as soon as we hit that 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. So yeah, man, that's what we got. It's feeling good, man. 2025 is looking like a pretty good year.
Yes, it is.
Looking forward to,
with all the new applications, obviously the LITE line, expanding. Obviously, us putting out all this information for a lot of our dealers to have it on their hands. Yeah. All of our training videos, new rep firms coming on board.
Yeah, we do. We have a new rep firm coming on, and then we've got there's 5 shows coming out in the first 3 months of the year, and then it'll be slow a little bit, then it'll get summer. So I'm super excited to do some cool some stuff at the shows. SEMA was great, having the opportunity to have some dealers come in and just interview live at the show was actually quite fun. So it's a bit of work for me to get everything there and set up, but I think it's definitely worth it. So I'll hopefully be doing 2025. We'll have a bunch of cool stuff from the shows, so you guys can kind of see what we do. Because when we go to the shows, man, we go hard, man. We go big booths, big cars, big setups.
Yes.
We're big radios, so we have to go big. So
we do.
We want to do some media from there. But with that, the last thing we need you to do is give us a name. What are we going to name our audience? We need creativity from folks. What should we call our audience? Should we call them, LinksWellians or Linksonites or, I feel like Mafia is too cheesy. Like we got to come up with something
Yeah.
that's specific for us. But if you have any idea of what we should call our audience so that we can be relevant, because I'm just trying to be relevant, man.
There you go.
You know, I'm just trying to stay cool and
Because the whole, hey, what's up, guys? It's cool, but
yeah, you guys, everybody's
maybe
picking
there's
on me.
girls too. I don't
Maybe.
know, right?
Maybe they're offended. I use guys not in the firm to say that it's just dudes. I just guys like in general, you know. I don't. My language level is right here, and guys is it's a broad.
That's why
statement.
I use everyone.
Everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, everyone. Yeah, no, that's way too smart. Like you're thinking way ahead of my
team.
brain. Yeah,
Team.
Yeah, team's different. I
Yeah.
think if we were talking to like when we do trainings or something
Yes.
specifically, team makes sense. But I have no idea who's watching our videos. So
Yeah.
Anyways, help us name our audience so that my sons can be less cringed by me and how I YouTube. Oh man! But with that, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on episode 24. We will see you guys next week.